I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. At Thursday's White House press briefing, Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre responded to UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson's resignation. The Conservative PM resigned earlier this morning after a wave of resignations from his cabinet. Jean-Pierre was asked about how Johnson leaving office will affect the United States and the United Kingdom's relationship, especially during the ongoing Russian invasion of Ukraine. Listen in to her response.
With that, Amr, what's your question? Your first question.
Sure, thank you. With Prime Minister Johnson's resignation today, I know you don't like to get into other countries' politics, but more substantively, what does this mean going forward? Big ally, you basically have a caretaker, lame duck Prime Minister now, but this is a very difficult time in Europe, obviously, and the President's efforts to keep Europe paddling or rowing the same way on Ukraine is top of mind now. Is there any concern that this becomes a little bit more difficult when you have a big partner like Prime Minister Johnson in the position he's in?
So I'll say this, our alliance with the United Kingdom continues to be strong. Our special relationship with the people in the country will continue to endure. None of that changes. And I will remind you just a week ago today, when the President was in NATO, in Madrid, for a historic NATO summit, as you heard him speak at the press conference. And you saw what happened. You saw a reassurance, a reaffirmation of NATO countries saying again what they are going to continue to do, continue to support Ukraine in their effort to defend their democracy against Putin's brutal war. And so that is not going to change. And not only that, you saw a potential expanding of NATO with 2 additional countries, which is incredibly important, something that the President has worked very hard on these last several months, who has also led on this effort. You saw other alliances make a commitment to increase their security assistance. And so all of that, what you're seeing currently today, because of the leadership of this president, is a more unified NATO. And I don't think that changes at all. And you saw him at the G7 in Germany, where you saw him with the G7 leaders, the same. You saw a committed alliance amongst friends, amongst other countries, on everything that they're going to work on together to push America's interest, and also the interest of other countries as we look at the global challenges ahead.